Hi everyone, I am Miss Han, and welcome back to Tasty Tales, our virtual story time. Each week in this program, we read books, sing songs, and do rhymes all about everyone's favorite thing, food. So come and join us. Let's begin by singing our welcome song, Hands Are Clapping. It goes like this. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Clap your hands, my darling. Are you ready to try? Okay, let's sing together. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Clap your hands, my darling. Very good. Now we're going to tap the toes of our feet. Toes are tapping, tap, tap, tap. Toes are tapping, tap, tap, tap. Toes are tapping, tap, tap, tap. Tap your toes, my darling. Very good. Now we're going to wiggle our fingers. Fingers are wiggling, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Fingers are wiggling, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Fingers are wiggling, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle your fingers, my darling. Very good. Now we're going to play peekaboo. Eyes are hiding, peekaboo. Eyes are hiding, peekaboo. Eyes are hiding, peekaboo. Peekaboo, my darling. Great job! Now we are going to play our shape game. Hidden behind one of these shapes is our theme for today's story time. Do you think you can help me find our theme? You do? That's great! Are any of these shapes green? Are any of these shapes the color green? Is this green? Is this a green square? That's right, this is a green square. Do you think our theme is behind our green square? Let's see! No, it's not behind our green square. Are any of these shapes squares? Are any of these shapes squares? Is this a square? Is this a yellow square? That's right, this is a yellow square. Do you think our theme is behind our yellow square? Let's see. No, it's not behind our yellow square. Do you see any blue shapes? Are any of these shapes the color blue? Is this blue? Is this a blue triangle? That's right, this is a blue triangle. Do you think our theme is behind our blue triangle? Let's see. No, it's not behind our blue triangle. Do you see any circles? Are any of these shapes circles? Is this a circle? Is this a red circle? That's right, this is a red circle. Do you think our theme is behind a red circle? Let's see. It is! Yay! Congratulations, we found our theme. Our theme today is a kid eating because today's story time is all about trying new foods. Now, we are going to sing a song about different breakfast foods. This is called Flip Flap Jack, and it's sung to the tune of Aiken Drum. It goes like this. Can you clap your hands? There was a man who was made of food, made of food, made of food. Yes, there was a man who was made of food, and his name was Flip Flap Jack. And his head was made of a pancake, of a pancake, of a pancake. Yes, his head was made of a pancake, and his name was Flip Flap Jack. And his eyes were made of blueberries, of blueberries, of blueberries. Yes, his eyes were made of blueberries, and his name was Flip Flap Jack. Are you ready to try? Okay, let's sing together. There was a man who was made of food, made of food, made of food. Yes, there was a man who was made of food, and his name was Flapjack. And his head was made of a pancake, of a pancake, of a pancake. Yes, his head was made of a pancake, and his name was Flapjack. And his eyes were made of blueberries, of blueberries, of blueberries. Yes, his eyes were made of blueberries, and his name was Flapjack. Great job! No Kimchi for Me by Aram Kim. It's time for lunch. Yumi loves Grandma's dried seaweed, tiny anchovies, soft egg omelets, even her seasoned bean sprouts. Ooh, what do you think of the different foods on the table? Do you think they sound yummy? I do too. The food sounds very yummy. But Yumi does not like stinky, spicy kimchis. You can't eat it because you're a baby, says June. Only big kids eat kimchi, says Yoon. Is it nice for June and Yoon to be teasing Yumi? No, it's not nice. They should not be teasing her. I'll show them. Oh no. Do you think Yumi likes the kimchi? No, she doesn't like it. Yuck! Baby, baby, the brothers tease. After lunch, June and Yoon don't let Yumi play. This game is not for babies. No fair, Yumi says. How do you think Yumi feels like she was left out of her brother's game? That's right, she feels sad that she wasn't allowed to play with them. And when they played video games, not for babies. And when they made model shipped, not for babies. I'm not a baby, says Yumi, and I can prove it. What do you think Yumi will do to prove she's not a baby? That's a good guess. Let's see. Uh-oh. Yumi has an idea. First, she tries to hide some kimchi on a chocolate chip cookie. Do you think that will help? Let's see. That doesn't work. No, it didn't help. Then, she tries to hide some on a slice of pizza. That doesn't work either. Ice cream doesn't work either. Ah! I hate kimchi! Shouts Yumi. How do you think Yumi's feeling right now? That's right, she's feeling frustrated. She's upset. Grandma has a plan. What do you think Grandma's plan is? Oh, that's a good guess. Let's see. They chop, purr, break, add, and stir. What do you think they're doing with the kimchi? That's right, they're making it into something. And cook. Yoon smells something delicious. What's that? Asks Yoon. June smells it too. What's that? Asks June. It's a kimchi pancake. For our big girl, Grandma says. What do you think? Do you think Yumi will like the kimchi pancake? Let's see. Yumi puts the fruit to her mouth. I can do this, she says. Can you take a deep breath and try the kimchi pancake? Okay, here we go. Still spicy, she says. Gulp. But yummy! Oh good, she likes the pancake. And now they all get to play together. The end. Now we are going to do an action rhyme all about trying raspberries called Pop Go the Berries. Can you stand up for me, please? Great. This is Pop Go the Berries, and it goes like this. Start by marching in a circle. All around the raspberry fields, we picked some yummy berries. We took them home and tried them all. Bend down, pop, go the berries. Are you ready to try? Okay, let's do it together. Start marching. All around the raspberry fields, we picked some yummy berries. We took them home and tried them all. Pop, go the berries. Great job! Let's do it one more time, okay? All around the raspberry fields, we picked some yummy berries. We took them home and tried them all. Pop, go the berries. Great job! Now, we're going to do another rhyme about different kinds of berries. This is called 5 ripe berries. Can you help me count how many berries we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great counting. This is 5 ripe berries, and it goes like this. 5 ripe berries sitting in a bowl, the raspberry fell out. Can you tell me which of these berries are raspberries? Is this a raspberry? That's right, this is a raspberry. The raspberry fell out and started to roll. It bumped the table and hit my toe. How many berries are left in the bowl? Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ripe berries sitting in a bowl, the blueberry fell out. Can you tell me which of these berries are blueberries? Is this a blueberry? That's right, this is a blueberry. The blueberry fell out and started to roll. It bumped the table and hit my toe. How many berries are left in the bowl? Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3. 3 ripe berries sitting in a bowl, the cherry fell out. Can you tell me which of these berries are cherries? That's right, this is a cherry. Good job. The cherry fell out and started to roll. It bumped the table and hit my toe. How many berries are left in the bowl? Can you count with me? 1, 2. 2 ripe berries sitting in a bowl, the blackberry fell out. Can you tell me which of these berries are blackberries? Is this a blackberry? That's right, this is a blackberry. The blackberry fell out and started to roll. It bumped the table and hit my toe. How many berries are left in the bowl? Can you count with me? 1. 1 ripe berry left in the bowl. The strawberry fell out. Can you tell me which berry is a strawberry? That's right, this is a strawberry. The strawberry fell out and started to roll. It bumped the table and hit my toe. How many berries are left in the bowl? Can you count with me? 0. There are no berries left in the bowl. We got all the berries out of the bowl. Great job! Yay! Now, we are going to do a song called Bananas Unite, all about trying bananas. It goes like this. Can you stand up, please? Great. Start by saying bananas unite and clap your hands above your head. Then say we pick bananas, pick bananas, and pretend to pick the bananas. And peel bananas, peel bananas, and pretend to peel the bananas. And chop bananas, chop bananas, and pretend to chop the bananas. And mash bananas, mash bananas, and pretend to mash the bananas. And eat bananas, eat bananas, and pretend to scoop the bananas into your mouth. Then go, bananas, go, bananas, and then jump. Are you ready to try? Okay, let's do it together. Bananas unite. We pick bananas, pick bananas, and peel bananas, peel bananas, and chop bananas, chop bananas, and mash bananas, mash bananas, and eat bananas, eat bananas, then go bananas, go bananas! Great job!
Pete the Cat, 3-bite rule. Today's the potluck lunch at Pete's school, when everyone brings their favorite dish to share with the class. Pete and Grumpy Toad are helping Mom make Pete's favorite dish, banana casserole. But Grumpy doesn't seem very excited. Are you really going to let people eat this? Grumpy asks. Huh? Pete loves bananas. I don't like bananas, Grumpy shrugs. Have you ever tried a banana? Asks Mom. I did, Grumpy says, once. It was the worst taste-related day of my entire life. The flies were hovering around a banana, and my tongue accidentally touched it. Grumpy shudders at the memory. Is one time enough to know that you don't like something? No, one time is not enough to know you don't like something. Well, in this house, we practice the 3-bite rule, says Mom. Grumpy looks confused, so Pete and Mom sing the 3-bite rule song. To find out what you like, use this little tool. Easy breezy as ABC. It's called the 3-bite rule. Now you don't have to like it, but you do have to try. With just 3 teeny tiny bites, you might find something cool. 1 bite, 2 bite, the 3-bite rule. What do you think of their song? Yes, I like it too. That's a good song. The 3-bite rule isn't only about food, says Mom. It's also about trying anything, everything, as long as you try it 3 times. Pete, you've never tried my pogo stick, says Grumpy. 3-bite rule, everyone cheers. Do you think Pete will like Grumpy's pogo stick? Let's see. So Pete bounces 1, 2, 3 times on Grumpy's pogo stick. Everyone claps for Pete. Can you clap? Great clapping. Wait a second, Grumpy says to Pete. You said your mom won't try your skateboard. 3-bite rule, everyone cheers again. Do you think Mom will like Pete's skateboard? Let's see. Mom gets on the skateboard and rolls once. 1, she counts. Mom rolls a second time. She's getting better. 2, says Mom. Mom rolls a third time, but she's going very fast. 3, Mom shouts. Grumpy smiles. I really like the 3-bite rule. Then why don't you find out if bananas are for you, asks Mom. 3-bite rule, Mom and Pete cheer. Grumpy likes the 3-bite rule when other people have to try new things. How do you think Grumpy is feeling right now? That's right, he's feeling a little bit nervous. But he doesn't like it when he has to try new things. Pete finds Grumpy outside. Nothing bad will happen if you just try a banana, Pete says. It's only 3 bites, right? Says Grumpy. I think I'm ready for the 3-bite rule. It's finally time for the potluck lunch at school. Dennis the turtle brings slow-cooked cauliflower. Callie brings scrambled egg burritos. Emma brings fancy French toast. Pete has never seen so many delicacies. He is very excited to 3-bite rule everything on the table. What do you think of the food at the potluck? I agree. I think it looks yummy too. But Grumpy just snooks. Potluck? More like pot bag luck. Seems like Grumpy has cold webbed feet about the 3-bite rule again. Pete the cat is there to give his friend an extra pinch of courage. 3-bite rule, 3-bite rule, Pete sings to Grumpy. Okay, Grumpy says, let's do this thing. How do you think Pete and Grumpy are feeling now? That's right, they're feeling happy and excited to try new foods. 1. So Grumpy takes his first bite of banana casserole. Everyone is watching. He says. 2. Grumpy eats a second bite. Okay, he says. 3. Grumpy takes a third bite. Hey, I did it! I tried bananas! Everyone is waiting for Grumpy's reaction. Well, did you like them? Callie finally asks. What do you think? Do you think Grumpy Toad liked the bananas? Let's see. No, I did not like them at all, Grumpy laughs. They tasted yucky, but that's okay. I'm okay, and now I know I don't like bananas because I tried them. I'm going to 3-bite rule other things, too. So Grumpy takes 3 bites of Dennis's slow-cooked cauliflower. I'm a toad who likes cauliflower, Grumpy shouts. Then Grumpy tries 3 bites of Callie's scrambled egg burritos. Yum, 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 says Grumpy. Then Grumpy tries 3 bites of Emma's fancy French toast. I think I like French toast even more than I like fries, Grumpy says. How do you think Grumpy is feeling now? That's right, he's feeling happy because he found so many yummy new foods. You rock the 3-bite rule, Grumpy, Emma says. Everyone cheers for Grumpy. Pete is proud of his friend. Can you cheer and clap for Grumpy? Great clapping! I'm really glad I tried so many new things, Grumpy says. Now it's your turn. Grumpy pulls out a plastic bag. Something inside it buzzes. Can you buzz with the bag? Buzz, buzz. Good buzzing. Are those? Callie starts to ask. That's right. Flies, Grumpy says. 3-bite rule. What do you think will happen? Do you think the other animals will 3-bite rule the flies? Let's see. That's the 3-bite rule. Try everything at least 3 times. Although maybe flies can be the exception to the rule. The end.
Now we're going to sing a song about making and trying vegetable soup called The Soup is Boiling Up. It's sung to the tune of The Farmer and the Cow, and it goes like this. The soup is boiling up, and start by waving your fingers over a pot. The soup is boiling up. Stir slow, pretend to stir, around we go. The soup is boiling up. Are you ready to try? Okay, let's sing together. The soup is boiling up. The soup is boiling up. Stir slow, around we go. The soup is boiling up. First we cook the broth. First we cook the broth. Stir slow, around we go. First we cook the broth. Then we add some carrots. Then we add some carrots. Stir slow, around we go. Then we add some carrots. Then we add some broccoli. Then we add some broccoli. Stir slow, around we go. Then we add some broccoli. Now we add some tomato. Now we add some tomato. Stir slow, around we go. Now we add some tomato. The soup is ready now. The soup is ready now. Stir slow, around we go. The soup is ready now. Great job!
How to Feed Your Parents by Ryan Miller, illustrated by Hatim Ali. Matilda Macaroni wanted to try quiche. Her parents did not. The list of things Mr. and Mrs. Macaroni would eat was very short. Chicken, elbow macaroni, burgers, grilled cheese, pizza, cereal. They refused to even try anything else. Is it good for them to never try new foods? No, that's not good. We should try new foods. Matilda first discovered she liked other foods when Grandma Macaroni brought over a pack of jambalaya for a surprise one evening. "Yuck!" Matilda's gag said when he saw the pack. Can you say yuck with Matilda's gag? Yuck! Good job. No way, Matilda's mom said when she smelled the steam. They pushed their plates to the center of the table and sulked. But Matilda was curious. The jambalaya was interesting. It was surprising. It was... What do you think? Do you think Matilda will like the jambalaya? That's a good guess. You're right. It was delicious. She liked it. After that, Matilda tried new foods whenever she could. She got gumbo and goulash at Grandma's, sampled some sushi at a sleepover, and polished off a plate of pork paprikash on a playgate. But she soon realized that if she ever wanted to eat more than nuggets and noodles at home, she would have to commandeer the kitchen and cook for herself. How do you think her parents would feel about that? Let's see. She started by learning how to crack eggs. First, she didn't tap them hard enough to break the shell. Then she tapped them a little too hard. Finally, she got it just right. She worked with her grandma to learn oven safety and knife safety and all the other safeties she could think of. She started reading cookbooks as bedtime stories. She gave her allowance to a babysitter to buy ingredients from the local farmer's market. What do you think will happen now that she knows how to cook and bought a lot of ingredients? That's a good guess. Let's see. That's right, she'll start cooking. Matilda practiced with a willing grown-up whenever she could. Soon she had perfected paella, mastered miso soup, and conquered croquettes. She wanted to share every dish with her parents. She knew they would enjoy them if they would only try them. So she came up with a plan. "I'll hand her dinner tonight," she said one morning at breakfast. "No quiche," her mom said. "Nothing funny," her dad added. "Burgers," Matilda said. "Just burgers." Her parents were both running very late, so they slipped the bright purple milk from the bottom of their bowls and agreed. That night, Matilda's parents stared skeptically at the food in front of them. How do you think they're feeling right now? That's right, they're a little bit nervous. They're not sure they'll like the new burgers. "This doesn't look like what I like," her dad whined. "It's a hamburger," Matilda said innocently. "I'm going to warm up some leftovers," her mom said. "The fridge is empty!" her dad yelped. "No pizza! No nuggets!" "This is what's for dinner," Matilda said. "If you're hungry, you can eat. If you're not, don't. But I made this, and this is what we're having." "You made this?" Mrs. Macaroni asked. She lifted the bun and peered at the patty. "There are mushrooms on it, and green things." "That's arugula," Matilda said. "You're going to love it." Mrs. Macaroni raised one eyebrow, but then her stomach growled loudly. "Our daughter made this," she said to her husband. She took the teeniest, tiniest bite. "What do you think will happen now that she's tried it? Do you think she'll like it?" "Let's see." "It's interesting," she said, chewing slowly. "It's surprising. It's delicious." Mr. Macaroni smiled politely at Matilda and took a teeny tiny bite of his own. "Hey, this isn't bad," he said. "Actually, it's good." "I can make it again," Matilda said as her parents chowed down. "But I was thinking that maybe I could try to bake a quiche first." "I don't think you should do any more cooking," her dad replied. "I think we should do it together." We can take turns picking recipes, her mom said. We might not like everything, but we promise to try anything, her dad finished. Is that a good mile? That's right, that's a good mile. We should try new things. The next night, Matilda and her parents sprinkled some flour onto the counter. They rolled out dough before filling it with cheese, eggs, spinach, bacon, and myrrh. The quiche was a hit, as was just about everything they made. Fantastic fajitas, her dad said after he bit into a warm, handmade tortillas stuffed with steak, colorful peppers, and onions. Excellent eggplant parmesan, her mom said while going back for a second slice of the purple vegetable with the regular spice sauce and mozzarella cheese. Phenomenal pho, they both said as they leaned over their bowls and slurped up rice noodles flowing in ginger-scented beef broth. You know, Matilda's mom said, talking around a mouthful of garlic naan and chicken tikka masala, I think I might like to try some jambalaya. They called up Grandma and asked her to bring over her signature dish. How do they look in these pictures? How do you think they're feeling? That's right, they feel happy. They're having fun making and trying new foods. Amazing! Grandma exclaimed when she saw that Mr. and Mrs. Macaroni started eating with no complaints. Matilda, you've done a great job of getting them to try new foods. Thank you, Matilda said. Now, if only I could get them to keep the room clean. The end.
Thank you so much for coming to today's week of Tasty Tales. Did you have fun? That's great. I had fun too. Before we say goodbye, let's sing our closing song, We Wave Goodbye Like This. It goes like this. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. Are you ready to try? Okay, let's sing together. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. Bye!